are talking a lot about psychology lately, and that's making the media pretty angry because they are a part of this sort of psychological simulation. So I'm going to tell you a true story, and it is wild. And I know that if you are reading the book Chaos that I have been basically saying is required reading at this point, if you're listening to this podcast, then you know that our CIA has been up to no good for a very long time. Scary stuff. It's actually a very tough, scary read because you have to come to terms with the fact that our government is evil. Our government has done tremendously evil things. They will continue to do that until we wake up. So true story, the CIA, back in the day, did this experiment where they placed 18 people in a room. 17 of those people were actually CIA agents, and one of them was just an unwitting member of the public. So imagine they pick you, you think that you're going into a room with 17 other people who are from the street just like you, but in reality, those 17 other people are agents, and they are conducting an experiment on you. So the person that was running the experiment showed every single person in the room a picture of a triangle. It was very clearly a picture of a triangle, and he asked every person in the room to simply state what they saw on the picture. Well, despite it clearly being a triangle, all of the agents were instructed to say, swear. So imagine you're in this room, 17 other people, you think that you're all off the side of the street, and they start going around, and everyone says, oh, what is that? A square, a square. What do you see? A square, a square, a square, a square. Well, by the time it gets to you, and you're the 18th person, you're going, oh, am I crazy? I see a triangle. And guess what that 18th person said? Well, they said square, because they didn't want to be the crazy person in the room. Really think about the implications of that experiment. That is exactly how the media works. They are the agents in the room that are repeating square, 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 until you're supposed to just completely abandon reason and just join them and say, totally, that's a square. That's what I see too, even though you know that's completely not true. And the reality is the majority of people do this today because you don't want to think that you're crazy. And you look back at COVID and you see everybody wearing the masks and 6 feet social distancing and all of this stuff that was so clearly absurd. People fell in line because they just thought, I don't want to be the crazy person. I don't want to be the anti-vaxxer. I don't want to be called insane.